It was an emotional night in West Bend where people gathered to say goodbye to 21-year-old Andrew Boldt. He was shot to death at Purdue University last week. Cody Holyoke reports from West Bend.
They came from all across the country. More than 1,000 friends, family members, and fellow students gathered here in West Bend to honor the life of Andrew Boldt, a young man who went well before his time.
He wore the blue and gold of Marquette High proudly, and he wore the black and gold of Purdue very proudly, too.
A week after a sudden loss, Andrew's absence is just starting to set in. Jean Morrell was the young man's high school math teacher.
Today's the reality for me of knowing that he's gone, and it is surreal and very difficult.
In his young life, Andrew Boldt touched countless people with kindness and compassion. Case in point, buses full of dozens of Purdue students arrived in time for his funeral. All of them either lived or worked with Drew in school.
And we're here to be supportive of it any way we can.
University officials, even the school's president, felt compelled to make the trip to Wisconsin and comfort Andrew's family.
I would suggest our students honor Andrew by trying to be the kind of student that he was, and that won't be easy.
Cameras weren't allowed inside, but the family did let us observe the emotional ceremony. The Boldt's priest tells me Andrew's parents and brothers are overwhelmed by support sent their way.
That for all of the evil there is in the world, we're overwhelmed more often by the good that we typically don't see.
A quick note worthy of mention, on the guest book inside the church, a friend had written the words, "You would have made the world a better place." Folks here would argue Andrew already accomplished that goal. He'll be laid to rest tomorrow. In West Bend, Cody Holyoke, today's TMJ4.
And the family has asked that any donations in Andrew's memory go to Marquette University High School or the St. Francis Cabrini Parish in West Bend, where a scholarship has been established in his name.